Hey guys, it's always hard to tell you when updates are coming from Google ahead of time because they take 15 days to roll out. And so this one kind of happened while we were waiting for it to roll out. Google made some changes to Classroom so that you now have your Meet link over here on the side instead of up here in the banner. And when they did this, they did a bunch of additional changes. So you should get a pop-up that says, hey, your Meet link is out of date. Do you want to upgrade it? And so you just click Update Link. And then over here on the left-hand side, you will see that this is now visible for students to see and that you or they can join the Meet. You no longer see the address of it. You just have the join button. On the student side, it looks very, very similar. So on the student side, this is my student account over here. You can see all they have is a join button. When they click it to join the Meet, they will not go into an automatic meeting. They'll go into a waiting room that awaits the teacher entering the classroom. Okay, so let me just show you that right now. So when I click join now, it puts you in an empty black room. You won't see any of the other students waiting. It'll say waiting for the host to join. Okay, over here on the teacher side, when I click join that Google Meet, on the teacher side, when I click join that Meet, that there's no one else in the call and that's waiting for me to join. As soon as I join, all right, so now you can see that the student is there and I'm here and everything is set up and working. So your students won't be able to join until you join. If somebody from outside of that class's roster and classroom tries to join this Meet, you will get a pop-up saying so-and-so is asking to join. So only students who are rostered in your class will be able to join the Meet using that Meet link over there. And as a plus, anybody who is listed as a co-teacher for that class up here under people will be able to do all of the moderator tools in Google. They'll be able to start polls. They'll be able to use the Jamboards. They'll be able to chat, all of those things. They'll be able to mute students. Anything that the owner of the Meet can do, the co-hosts will be able to do. Your co-hosts are the ones that are teachers within your classroom for that Meet. Okay, so that's a summary of some of the security changes that Google made to Google Meet. The one thing you may need to know is if you are hiding the Meet link from your students by not making it visible down here, it is a different Meet link than the one that was previously used in your class. Okay, most of our teachers don't do that. It's mostly at the middle school. All right, that's a new change to Google.
In this video, I would like to share with you what I learned this week in GoFormative. I was in GoFormative yesterday and realized that they have added use a rubric to several of their question types. So in Formative, when you're building, if you choose free response, show your work, or a video response, you have the ability to toggle on and off whether or not you want to use a rubric, and you can add a rubric here. I've added one here. This happens to be the Shen Learning rubric that I just popped in. Really great, lets you name it and describe it. You can add criteria too. If you're not using the Shen rubric and want to use one of your own with many different categories. But what happens when you assign it and are grading responses from students is you'll be able to click on the response, the rubric will show up, and as you hover over each point section of the rubric, the description will pop up and you'll be able to grade it right there. So that's what I learned this week. I think this is really cool as we move towards different types of grading. And if you have any questions, please let us know.
All right, this is a feature that kind of snuck under the wire and nobody saw it coming. So if you're in Google Chrome, any tab, doesn't matter, and you're clicking up here in your address bar where you normally type in addresses and you start typing something that is in your Google Drive, you will notice that as you start typing it, it gives you choices down below of things in your Google Drive and when they were last opened that you can open right from there. So you no longer now have to go to Drive first and then do a search in Drive. You can just do a search directly from the search bar, and it will bring up that document that is in your Google Drive from there. So type up in here, begin typing, and it shows you everything that fits that criteria that's in your Google Drive.